Hey guys, welcome to game 3 between Dreamer and Doodle. Bottom left-hand corner, we have Dreamer starting as the green Protoss. Upper left-hand corner, we have Doodle starting as the brown Protoss. This is on Shakuris Plateau. Dreamer on the edge of advancing to his second, I think at least second final in a row. I'm just going to say it, I'm expecting him to face Master Ray again. I'm expecting a repeat of the finals. We'll see though. Zeddy could give Master Ray some trouble on the opposite side of the bracket. Doodle on the verge of elimination. And I was actually saying this to Twitch chat just prior, that I almost have an expectation, we'll see, that this map might play out a little bit better for Doodle, depending on how things play out. Mostly because I feel like Dreamer's big strength is the early game. It's like the first third of the game. And I feel like Doodle's strength that I've seen thus far is more kind of in the mid-game sector, where he can really get map control and start... It feels like there's that switch that flips and then he gets into macro mode. So if Doodle can survive the early game onslaught of Dreamer, which is a little bit more likely on a 4-player map that has wide space in between, I think he might be able to get to that mid-game point and be able to stay alive. We'll see. Doodle sending out a scout. It looks like he is going to get an early advantage by at least getting into Dreamer's base right off the bat, unless he suddenly switches off and heads for a cross-map scout, which I'm not anticipating here. Gateway and Assimilator are up. Gateway and Assimilator also on the opposite side of the map. So this is going to be the only difference right here, but this is going to be significant. Information, knowing is half the battle. Knowing's more than half the battle sometimes in Brood War. Simulator up. Probe sneaking around that back corner. Cybernetics core already up for Dreamer, not producing initial zealot. And Doodle getting his cybernetics core up. He can delay on this zealot, because here's the thing: because Doodle has the information, he knows whether he should be producing a zealot or not. Dreamer doesn't know if he's going up against a 2-gate. Dreamer starting to scout out. Unfortunately for him, he is scouting to the bottom right-hand corner first, and might end up even getting completely blocked out of what Doodle's early game build order is. I'm not sure if it'll make a difference, mostly because Dreamer has opted for more of the aggressive build orders to start off. Building a Dragoon now to go ahead and kick that probe out. I like this pylon in the bottom right-hand corner, just so if that probe was trying to sneak a pylon and do something sneaky, proxy, shield battery, etc., you'd be able to spot it. Range whirling, and Dragoon about halfway finished, and I believe with this timing, Dreamer is not going to get his initial scout off. Zelt still trying to hunt down that probe. Second Dragoon's already queued for Dreamer, and that probe, great timing from Doodle, just as that Dragoon spot, and you can see that Dragoon was actually rallied to engage that probe as it was wandering around the mineral line. That probe already backing out, and there's already a Dragoon sitting on the front door well before this probe's in any position to engage it. Second gateway plopping down for Doodle with that range. Range about halfway finished here. Now the question is what does Dreamer do? He's going to go 1-gate Robo. I'm going to guess that he's going to go 1-gate Robo Observer and try to play the game thin from there, because he wants that scouting information. Probe taking a little bit of base damage, but it's going to make his way home. Another probe actually sitting nearby rather than going full home here for Doodle. Maybe thinking about potential proxy tech. It looks like 2 Dragoons and a Zealot moving forward. They're seeing the probe now. So I think Dreamer was thinking about being a little bit aggressive regardless. And because that probe was moving across, he is not going to see... So 2 things. One, he's going to be able to follow up and see a second gateway plopping down. So I take it back. Dreamer is opting to be a little bit more aggressive with this early build order. The probe's still going to sneak in, see the robotics facility. But what he does not see is the 2 Dragoons and the Zealot that snuck through. I'm not sure that it's going to make a difference with 2 gateways up for Doodle and the close reinforcement points. All he has to do is wait for these 2 Dragoons to spawn and then engage there. Although the Dragoons need to make sure they're engaging and not rallying to the wrong location. Dreamer now is going to end up losing, still trying to take out a second Dragoon. This could be big. This second Dragoon surviving, or I should say the third Dragoon surviving, is... gets taken out last second, is significant. But Dreamer ends up losing a lot of initial attack forces. And Doodle sees the build order comparatively of his opponent. He's going to go ahead and opt to take his Nexus to follow this up. A shuttle being built initially, as well as a robotic support bay. With those attack forces inside Doodle's base, Dreamer did get some degree of scouting information. More or less, he saw that the gateway count was at 2, and he saw a lack of robotics facility while he was there. So I believe he knows he's going up against 2 gate to Nexus. With a little bit of a delayed robotics, actually going 3rd gate. Perhaps a 4th gate as well. We'll see once we hit 150. Well, he does have 150. There's the 4th gate. So it's going to be 4-gate Dragoon. Observatory warping in. I like this build order for Doodle, having the information he's got, because he's got to suspect, knowing Dreamer's playstyle, that he's going to be facing Reavers and Dragoons on the low ground. Doodle, if he can... Here's the thing, as we've seen many times before, if Dreamer can force that engagement, engaging that probe, I actually like that he engaged it just with those 3 Dragoons to also deny a good look at the full Reaver count. A pylon being warped in for Doodle at that 9 o'clock to see a potential shuttle incoming. I believe this is just going to be a concentrated attack. Looks like a Dreamer waiting on the 2nd Reaver. Probe getting a good look at the full Dragoon complement there. So he's going to wait for both Reavers, and I think he's just going to try to straight knock this wall down. Go up with the Dragoons, engage the natural expansion, try to pocket the Dragoons in, and get some nice splash damage with those Reaver shots. So Doodle, it might be wise actually to press out with the Dragoons he has and see if he can see it coming. Engage a little bit of a closer location and try to kind of do a staggered attack. 2nd Reaver is up. And Dreamer is starting to move out. Now keep in mind, Dreamer is still sitting just on 2 gateways. Doodle has been producing out of 4, plus he's got that natural expansion up much earlier. Those probes seeing those Dragoons moving out now. With a split attack force, it looks like he's just going to migrate a handful of Dragoons to the right to go for a bit of a pincer attack. I like this play, to try to catch that shuttle out of position. Spreading those Dragoons out with some nice concavity. Now engaging, taking some free hits though initially. That shuttle is exposed from these Dragoons to the corner. It looks like it's going to get taken off. Doodle might have done it. There's that shuttle taken out. One of the Reavers is down. But Dreamer's micro still being fantastic in the turnaround. He's still going to be able to preserve one of his Reavers. And I think Dreamer just still out-microed Doodle and is coming forward with overwhelming amounts of Dragoons. And there's GG. A quick 3-0. A clever play from Doodle to sneak the Dragoons out, but still Reavers got shots off, and Dreamer's micro just too strong. Those early game push builds. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will go ahead and move to the opposite side of the bracket, but congratulations to Dreamer to once again advance to the finals of Hasuleague. By the way, if you are not aware, he does stream on Twitch, @Ash_Dreamer_. Be sure to follow him. Good dude. Also, occasionally it's great to get his feedback in Twitch chat on these games. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.